D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I'm coming to you a little bit later than I normally do, but I wanted to do this video and discuss this article that I read. Now, I read this yesterday, and it's a little bit older, well, when I read it, it was like a couple days ago, but today, it's like 2 days old, give or take, by the time you get to this. So it is Mikey Sutton's Geekiosity, all things pop culture. Now, from what I understand, Mikey Sutton is he's got like a bunch of, he's a scooper, and he's got a bunch of people inside the biz and everything. So he knows what he's talking about. So he says, report, John Krasinski signs on for the Fantastic Four. And I found this very interesting because we've got Disney's Disney Day coming up, and then we also have D23 coming up, which is this D23 Expo coming up this weekend. And like I said before, Disney Day is the 8th, which is Friday or Thursday, I mean, and then we have the Disney Expo, which comes up this weekend. And so I don't know if you guys know all of this, but yeah, so sorry, I'm just trying to pull up stuff here, and this stupid thing is being ridiculous. So the Disney Expo is this weekend, and Friday it starts at 6:30 p.m., but then Saturday it's at 1 p.m., and that's where the Marvel content will be. And a lot of people have been saying that they're going to release at least some of the casting of Fantastic Four, and we might get John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. And according to Mikey Sutton, this is a possibility. And there he is, John Krasinski. As you remember, he was very famously in Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really care for his Mr. Fantastic, his Reed Richards. I thought it wasn't, because Reed Richards, if you ever read the comic books, he's very heady, he's very smart, and he's very almost cold when he talks to you. Like he's too smart, like he doesn't know how to give emotions. That's how smart he is. Like he doesn't know, you can either be really smart and have no emotions, or be, not as smart and have, a lot of emotions. So, all right, so let's get through this. It says, a new report states that John Krasinski, I'm reading his name wrong. Anyways, will star as Reed Richards in the Fantastic Four. John Krasinski's appearance in Doctor Strange and the I think I just have a problem with his last name. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness stunned fans with his abrupt death. However, that was a variant of Richards. Still, Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige never addressed if John Krasinski will return in the MCU. They did say that Krasinski was only in the film mainly because he was a fan favorite. And that's true. He was a fan favorite to be cast as Mr. Fantastic. And then his wife was a fan favorite to be cast as his wife, Sue Storm. Can I just say, this eyeball thing here is really creeping me out. It's making me itch like so hardcore. Anyways, I'm just going to really quick just put this right here. Okay. Likewise, Krasinski has been vague about coming back. Will Marvel Studios will replace him with a new actor? I don't think that's grammatically possible. Will Marvel Studios will replace, I think they wrote that incorrectly. You need to take out that second will. Anyways, more recently, there were rumors that Penn Badgley was the new Richards, but apparently it was just speculation. I don't know who that is. Michael Roman of Everything Always has reported that Marvel Studios has already signed Krasinski for the Fantastic Four. This actually comes from Emmett Kennedy. Curiously, people sorry, I'm getting so distracted by these pictures on the thing. Anyways, Krasinski for the Fantastic Four. This actually comes from Emmett Kennedy. Curiously, people do not see Kennedy as a source of entertainment scoops. Viewers and listeners know him as a British sports podcaster In other words, he does not have a reputation in entertainment. Furthermore, he's not known as a comics insider. Nevertheless, it's unlikely that he'll say some bad rumor just to get attention, which I find that to be correct. You know, when these obscure magazines or publications, when they're the ones that are the scoopers, it has a tendency to be correct. I'm trying to think of the most recent one off the top of my head, but I can't, which I know you're like, oh, of course you can't. But anyways, okay. Kennedy has shown in his Twitter account that he is a fan of the MCU. Thus, it's not unusual for him to post something about the MCU. Specifically, Kennedy didn't really say Krasinski is in Fantastic Four. Nonetheless, he did mention that a number of actors have signed with Marvel Studios. He included Krasinski on the list. I have not seen that tweet. Maybe they'll have it in this article. But having Krasinski in the list seems like it could only mean one thing. I mean, why get Krasinski back into the MCU not cast him as Richards? Not casting him in the role they initially showed the general public will just generate confusion if Krasinski won't be back as Richards. I have to agree with that because if you look at the variants, you know, from the Marvel universe, most of the time it's the same person, but playing a different, playing the same character. So it'd be weird if Krasinski was not Reed Richards. Like, I get it if like, maybe I don't get it. Like, if you look at, look at, for instance, Captain Carter. Yeah, she was, the new Captain America, but, Steve Rogers still existed. So if he's not Reed Richards, then who is his Reed Richards? It just seems weird that they wouldn't cast the same person in the role, I mean, Loki was weird, but I don't feel like they knew how to write that show. All the DC shows suck, though, so it doesn't, the Marvel shows suck. Anyways, D23 is not far off. Kennedy said that the Marvel Studios will be announcing the Fantastic Four casting during the event, which a lot of people have speculated. So this would not only be about Richards, but also the entire team. It is also possible that Marvel Studios will reveal much more about Fantastic Four during D23. We have reported before that Matt Shankman is to direct the Fantastic Four. It will be his first major film. I don't think he was the correct person to pick for that, but, what are you going to do? As far as this story goes, I don't think that it's too far off. Hold on, I want to cover up that eyeball. It's creeping me out. I don't think that this is too far off or far-fetched to assume that Krasinski is playing Reed Richards. And I would say it's probably a good thing that he's playing Reed Richards because, as I said before, when it comes to the variant in the MCU, it's still the same actor. Look at Doctor Strange. It was still Benedict Cumberbatch that played Stephen Strange. Granted, he may not be the Sorcerer Supreme, but it's still Stephen Strange, or it's still, Stephen Strange is still played by Benedict Cumberbatch. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that isn't played by the same actor is Loki, which is played by that female woman. I don't know, the female Loki, whatever that actress's name is. Not very good, though. So I think it's just, we did get the variants of the Spider-Men, but at the same time, those were actors from the other movies. So let's not count those. Okay. Let's just not count those. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what they do here. I hope that, like I said, I didn't really care for Krasinski as Reed Richards, but at the same time, I'm willing to give him another shot. I like John Krasinski. I think he's fun. My favorite is that he has those pranks with his oh God, what's his name off the top of my head? Oh shoot. And if he gets Reed Richards, then why not Emily Blunt, his wife, as Sue Storm? I love Emily Blunt. I like her more than I do John Krasinski. I do like him, but I love Emily Blunt. She's so great. Okay, well, that is the article. That is my video and everything. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is good? This is bad? Did you like John Krasinski as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness? Or are you like me and you didn't think he played the character correctly from the comic books? Tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.